Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Vatican News released that at least 40 people died in an attack at a Catholic church on Sunday, July 27th, in Congo, Africa. It was carried out by militia members of the Allied Democratic Forces linked to ISIS, composed of former Ugandan rebels. Worshippers who had gathered to pray were killed with machetes and firearms, according to local sources told AFP. The ADF has been responsible for several civilian massacres over the years, with thousands losing their lives. Pope Leo XIV offered his condolences and prayers during his Wednesday general audience in St. Peter's Square, the Pope's first general audience since his summer break. Pope Leo XIV said, "I renew my deep sorrow for the brutal terrorist attack that took place during the night of July 26th to 27th in Kamanda, in the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where more than 40 Christians were killed in church during a prayer vigil and in their own homes." In his appeal, he decried the deadly attack on the parish of Blessed Annuarite in Kamanda, in the country's Ituri province. Several houses were burned with people inside. Father M. La Canadego, a local priest, told the AFP news agency, "We have at least 31 dead members of the Eucharistic Crusade movement, with 6 seriously injured. Some young people were kidnapped. We have no news of them." A United Nations-supported radio station reported 43 victims, citing security sources. It said the attackers came from a stronghold about 12 kilometers from the center of Kamanda and fled before security forces arrived. The Pope said, "I urge those with responsibilities at both the local and international levels to work together to prevent such tragedies." In a telegram of condolences sent in the wake of the attack earlier this week, the Holy Father prayed, "May the blood of these martyrs become a seed of peace, reconciliation, fraternity, and love for the Congolese people."
Please subscribe to our channel.
The Catholic Bishops' Conference of India has denounced the arrest of 2 nuns in Agra on blatantly false charges of forced conversions. Protests have erupted around India in support of the nuns. Even non-Catholics joined the recent protest in the capital of the state of Kerala. The release of the nuns was delayed by the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party government, opposing bail for the religious, who have been in jail for nearly a week. The 2 Catholic nuns were arrested on July 25th at Dur train station in Chhattisgarh, India, on charges of conversion and human trafficking. Sister Preetha Mary and Sister Vandana Francis belong to the Assisi Sisters of Mary Immaculate Congregation. There was an appeal to local and central governments in Delhi to guarantee their safety. Rahul Gandhi said the 2 nuns must be released immediately. A young man who was with them was also arrested. The nuns, who had 3 Christian girls with them, were traveling to Agra, a town in northern Uttar Pradesh. The girls were traveling with them to work at a hospital. Members of the Bajrang Dal, a Hindu militant group, learned that the nuns were traveling through the train station through an informant. They accosted the nuns and the girls and pressured railway police to detain them. The nuns denied the accusations made against them and produced consent letters given by the parents of the 3 girls, who were from the Nariyampur district in Chhattisgarh. The Catholic Bishops' Conference of India condemned, in the strongest terms, the recent arrest and alleged physical assault, calling it part of a worrying wave of harassment, false accusations, and fabricated cases targeting nuns across the country. The bishops are concerned that Christian religious women are increasingly being followed by social disruptors who surround them at railway stations, incite crowds, and use offensive language. These actions, they write, pose a serious threat not only to the dignity and modesty of these women, but also to their lives. The Bishops' Conference, defining these repeated incidents of harassment as a serious violation of the Constitution, called on local governments in Indian states to ensure the safety of all women and take timely measures to prevent such incidents. It also appeals to the central government in Delhi, calling for urgent action. Reaffirming its commitment to justice and the protection of minority rights, the statement concludes, the Indian Bishops' Conference urges the authorities to take concrete measures to guarantee the rights and dignity of religious women and ensure their safety. It is committed to continuing to monitor the situation closely and to take all necessary action to safeguard minority communities in India.
Please subscribe to our channel.
A Catholic church in France suffered 2 fires on July 23rd and 24th, which have been declared criminal acts of arson. The The Notre Dame de Champs Church, located in Paris, was the target of an arson attack shortly before 5 p.m. on Thursday, Le Figaro learned from a police source. The fire started at the statue in the St. Joseph Chapel before spreading to wooden panels and a recently renovated canvas. Firefighters quickly brought the blaze under control, and there were no injuries. The day before, shortly before 10 a.m., the same church had suffered another fire, which was originally believed to be accidental. A sound system and the choir organ were destroyed. The priest managed to escape from the building as soon as the fire started. The restoration costs are estimated at 3 million euros, or about 3.5 million US dollars. There too, there were no injuries, and the firefighters contained the blaze. The church's main doors were left open after the first fire to allow smoke and odors to escape, which allowed criminals to enter and caused the second blaze. The parish priest wrote, "Unfortunately, I regret and am saddened to inform you that a second fire broke out on Thursday, July 24th, in the afternoon, this time at the St. Joseph Chapel. This second fire caused even more damage and raises questions about its origin. The investigation by the Central Laboratory of the Police Prefecture is ongoing, and I will keep you informed of the findings of their investigations." As soon as he learned of the existence of this second fire, the Archbishop called the priest to express his support in this ordeal, the Paris diocese told Le Figaro. Jean-Pierre Lecoq, the mayor, exclaimed on X, "A second fire in the space of 24 hours at the Notre Dame de Champs Church. The investigation will determine the causes. The succession of these two fires in such a short space of time raises questions that are legitimate to ask. The church will remain closed indefinitely. Patrols by the municipal and national police are planned around the religious building," Jean-Pierre Lecoq said. According to the tablet, there were 50 fires or attempted arson cases in France last year, compared to 38 in 2023, as mentioned a recent government report. As for thefts, it said there were 5 a week on average. The parish priest noted that the two fires have caused extensive damage, which is currently being assessed, and restoration work will be required. Some of this damage will be covered by insurance, but a significant portion of the costs will remain our responsibility. The mobilization of all will be necessary. I invite you to relay my appeal so that our church regains its splendor in order to prepare serenely to celebrate its 150th anniversary next year. With my gratitude and prayer, wrote Father Camille Millauer.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Pope Leo XIV made a surprise appearance at the end of a Holy Mass presided over by Archbishop Rino Fisichella in the Vatican's St. Peter's Square on July 29th, the welcome celebration for the week-long Jubilee of Youth. "Good evening," the Pope said after a long ride in the Pope Mobile, waving to more than 120,000 visitors filling the square and the boulevard between the square and Castel Sant'Angelo by the Tiber River. They were singing hymns, using their phones to capture the events, and throwing him gifts. Joyful chants accompanied the Pope's entire journey, and upon arriving in the square outside the Vatican Basilica, he responded in Spanish, English, and Italian to the enthusiasm of the young people. Here is the full message of the Pope.
Jesus tells us, "You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Vosotros sois sal de la tierra, luz del mundo." Y oye sus voces, su entusiasmo, sus gritos, que todos son por Jesucristo y los van a escuchar hasta el fin del mundo. Hoy están empezando unos días, un camino, el jubileo de la esperanza, y el mundo necesita mensajes de esperanza. Ustedes son este mensaje y tienen que seguir dando esperanza a todos. Speriamo che tutti voi siate sempre segni di speranza nel mondo. Oggi stiamo cominciando. Nei prossimi giorni avrete l'opportunità di essere una forza che può dare la grazia di Dio, messaggio di speranza, una luce alla città di Roma, all'Italia e a tutto il mondo. Camminiamo insieme con la nostra fede in Gesù Cristo. E il nostro grido deve essere anche per la pace nel mondo. Diciamo tutti, vogliamo la pace nel mondo. Vogliamo la pace nel mondo. Preghiamo per la pace, oremos por la paz y seamos testimonio de la paz de Jesucristo, de la reconciliación, esta luz del mundo que todos estamos buscando. Hermanas y hermanos, el Señor esté con ustedes. Nuestra ayuda es en el nombre del Señor. Bendito sea el nombre del Señor. Y la bendición de Dios Todopoderoso, Padre, Hijo y Espíritu Santo, descienda sobre ustedes e rimanga para sempre. Ci vediamo. Ci troviamo a Tor Vergata. Buona settimana.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Catholic News World's channel. God bless.